What's up, guys? Welcome to the Headphones On podcast. This week we are talking about Coachella, and we did not attend Coachella. Just a friendly disclaimer.
But we're gonna tell you all about it.
But we're gonna tell you all about it, like we were. We watch a live stream. We do it almost every year. We're losers, I know, but every year we enjoy watching the live stream. A lot of our favorite artists play Coachella, and we love just watching um, people play and trying to find like new music to listen to, and just seeing either the train wreck or the awesome performances that come out of it. So this weekend we watched weekend one, the only weekend that's live streamed, and I had a pretty good time. I think this year was a very good year. I'm pretty happy with all 3 days. I mean, I don't think one day was particularly, you know, overpowered the other. I think they were all pretty even. I mean, Friday was probably the weakest, but even then, there was a lot of stuff on Friday that I
I
did
mean,
really enjoy watching.
I definitely have my favorite day
Yeah,
out of
of
the day,
course.
but not to like, oh my god, it's that much better than the other ones.
It's weird because Friday to me was like I like the fact that there's a lot of people that I wanted to see, but they were far and few between. Like there's a lot of filler on Friday, and then Saturday it felt like the beginning was kind of slow, but then actually no, it was just very consistently good all day, and then Sunday was um basically like there wasn't any filler, but there wasn't as many side people that I wanted to see. So it was I don't know. It was every day kind of felt a bit different. The first day Harry Styles headlined. The second day it was Billie Eilish, and then the third day was Swedish House Mafia and The Weekend. And so I guess that's where we'll start. You didn't see Harry Styles,
No, I didn't.
but you saw Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I saw
Even
Billie
though you
Eilish.
didn't want to watch Billie Eilish. We like Billie Eilish.
It's good. It's a good nap song.
So between those two, I'm gonna guess you preferred The Weekend.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I did like the whole little gorillas part that she had.
Oh, and she got Damon Albarn.
Yeah,
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, for me, I I really did enjoy the weekend's performance. To me, that was probably the best headliner. I mean, of course, they had him closing out the festival. But I'm actually gonna put Billie Eilish last.
Oh,
I love Harry Styles. I don't give a fuck about One Direction, but I love Harry Styles. I love his music. I find it very, very fun to listen to. I saw him back in October on the Love on tour, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite concerts that I've ever been to. So I would put Harry Styles second, but I mean it's marginal. I just really enjoyed his performance. I thought he brought something new to the table. Seeing Shania Twain come out of retirement and perform with him was interesting. I was not expecting that at all,
Mhm.
and it was very cool. I loved it. But the weekend kind of just stole the show, and I also I love Swedish House Mafia, and I've been listening to them for over a decade now. And I remember being like 16, sitting in my room, crying, watching them on the Ultra live stream when they were breaking up. That was cool. I can't say that um
it was neat.
that you know I just loved it.
I just like the fact that you're like, I cried, it was cool. It was whatever. No big deal.
Nothing,
No,
everything normal.
whatever. Yeah, I would say not Friday, the Friday. The Weekend was definitely my favorite. And then with Swedish House Mafia, I think their stage setup was fucking cool as hell. The light show was amazing. And I think that the biggest structure that they said was ever on a main stage for Coachella or Coachella in general was really fucking cool the way that it
The
lighted
Elder Ring
up.
thingy, right?
Yeah.
The Elden
Okay.
Ring. It was really cool how it lit up and how they had The Weekend on top of it behind them, and then they were like DJing in front of it, which was really cool. It did take a while for The Weekend to get on. And
Yes, it did.
some people who were mainly looking forward to that probably disappointed, but it's whatever. Like I still enjoyed Swedish House Mafia, and they like
I liked them, but I think that did stayed a little longer than they should have.
They only played for 40 minutes. They didn't do anything.
They played.
They were already on the bill. They didn't get added on. They were already there. So
They should have played less. My statement still stands.
no, they were perfectly fine. He got an hour. They got 40 minutes. It was perfectly fine.
He got 50. It was like 50 and 40. So it was an hour and a half.
No, it wasn't because they started at. I mean, for us, it was like 1:50 a.m.
I downloaded it and watched it. They stop at 41 minutes and then they start playing Sacrifice. And then
41 minutes exactly.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half. Wait, so
yeah,
no, it's 50 minutes, right? Because it's an hour and 30.
It's an hour and 30. You sure? Positive?
Yeah.
Because I remember it ended at like.
Apologize.
No. Go away. I remember it ended at like 3:30 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's when you left my house at 3:30, but doing the little scuffle and stuff.
Regardless.
Yeah, because anyways, regardless, I think that overall I still enjoyed their performance the most and the light show the most, and they both really did a fantastic job. But we're gonna go day to day. So Friday we started watching the band The Regrets, and they were actually pretty solid.
Really
I've
good.
never heard of them.
I really enjoyed them. I had heard of them. I had never listened to their music, but I was pleasantly surprised. I really did enjoy it.
I did not like the cover, the Avril Lavigne cover.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I didn't fuck with that, but the actual everything else was pretty good. And we were swapping between them and the Who.
We are the Who.
Oh, and Princess Nokia.
Yeah, Princess Nokia was interesting.
You can keep that.
I
I promise she doesn't sound like this.
Well, it's not that. It's just more so her early stuff didn't sound like any of that stuff. So I was out of like my depth there. Like I did not know any of the songs that she played. So, but we mainly watched The Regrets and they were pretty good. The Who was very interesting. I've never heard of them before. Actually, that's not true. We technically have without knowing their name because our friend showed us them. And then we tried to talk to him about it. Like, hey, you would like this band. He's like, bitch, I already showed you this band like 80 years ago.
Really like their instruments.
Yeah.
All their instruments was really cool.
I had actually just found out about the Who like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They randomly popped up on YouTube when I was at a friend's house, and we watched one of their videos. I can't remember what it was, and it was interesting. It was like 6 minutes long. It was a little too long, but I had just found out about them, and it was cool. I don't really listen to that type of music, but it's good. And then when they popped up, I was like, oh shit, like I just found out about them like 2 weeks ago. It was kind of weird, but after that we were swapping.
We had Ravina,
yeah,
which she kind of got the shit end of the stick just because.
Yeah.
Was that one?
Was the girl with like the hair with like the circle? You know what I'm talking about? The one that like you could hear her and she was a very soft singer.
Yeah,
but
they like really fucked up her audio.
The Indian?
But yeah, but the band was like turned really low.
Yeah, the Indian girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
she's the only person who had hair like that. And then we went from that to Mika, who was good.
Yeah.
I liked Mika.
Yeah, I knew Mika. I'm kind of surprised that they hadn't heard about Mika.
I've
Not a
never
huge like fan per se. Like I knew about them through my cousins. My cousins always used to listen to them years ago, and I mean, a lot of their songs are pretty popular. So I was kind of surprised that they didn't know them. But
they were just delightful. It was like a good time.
I'm surprised Juan liked it because Juan doesn't like anything.
Well, that's not true, but okay, go on.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I liked it just because it seemed like they were just having fun. And then we had Still Woozy, who we couldn't escape from because they were playing. And then on the other two channels, the other two people stopped playing and they showed the interview with Still Woozy. So it's just Still Woozy, Still Woozy, Still Woozy. So it's like, I guess we're watching fucking Still Woozy. And they were interesting. They were very, very different.
Yeah, they were good.
Whatever. And then we had Dom Dalla, who we watched for 2 seconds and then turned off. We had Omar Apollo, who we turned off. And then we had Carly Rae Jepsen. She played "Call Me Maybe" for the boys. Everyone was so hyped at that concert.
That crowd was way more hyped than I ever expected it to be. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I obviously haven't really kept up with her music. The one song, and that's about it. But I liked everything she played. I don't think anything she played was particularly bad. I really enjoyed it. I was also very surprised to find out that she is like in her mid 30s. I thought she was in her 20s. She looks fantastic for being in her mid 30s. It blew my mind. That was my highlight of my weekend. It blew my mind that that she was in her 30s. I thought she was our age.
And then this is where he stopped watching because he had shit he had to do the next day
at work.
So then me and Carlos kept going, and we watched this artist named Nikki, who I've never heard of, or
no,
right, yeah, and she was really good.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Really?
Very chill,
really good,
very relaxing. But that was probably a big surprise. Like I didn't expect to like her.
Slow Tie.
Yeah,
So this is where Slow Tie comes in. So we were looking forward to Slow Tie because I liked what he brought to the table for Momentary Bliss for Gorillaz and what is it for Flume? High Beams.
Yeah.
For Flume. And I really liked his style, and I listened to a couple of his songs from his albums, and I was like, okay, we'll give Slow Tie a try, I guess. And the live set was actually very entertaining because he just seemed like he just didn't give a shit. Like he was like very much like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I like Slow Tie. I love Nothing Great About Britain and his second album, Tyrone, I think it's called. I mean, I just always really liked Slow Tie, and I enjoyed his set. He was another one, add that to the list of people having problems. I think he had problems with his in-ears, and he
so many people were having problems.
At some point, he just ripped them off and threw them off, and he was kind of like just standing in front of the stage trying to listen to what he was doing. But I mean, everything aside, I mean, he was perfectly on time, and he was still, just having a great time. I was pleasantly surprised. I had never seen him perform. So,
quick question: does Coachella usually have these types of mic issues, or no?
Not that I have seen before. Or
okay, because for you, because you could tell a lot easier than like I guess you could quote unquote normal like I can, because I could just. But even if I could tell, that means it's really bad.
Yeah.
So
they were even fucking up the headliners.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad it was. Like at first the weekend was turned very low, and then they turned him up really fast.
Sacrifice, right?
Yeah. And then Harry Styles was turned very low at first too. Billie Eilish was turned very, very, very fucking low, and she already has a very soft voice, so like you're not doing her any fucking favors.
No. It's great to sleep.
Like, so, Slow Tie was interesting just because like this man came out the gate after like the second or third song, and he was immediately just like, "Oh, I waited in fucking 30 minutes of traffic. Does that make me a cunt?" Then the crowd is like, "What?" He's like, "Does that make me a cunt?" And they're just like, "Dude, what are you on right now?" They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, fuck you too. Next song." Like, and I like that about Slow Tie. Like, he really seemed like he was just like, you know what, fuck you, man.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I like that. He's like, yo, he straight up at the concert was like, yo, I could die tomorrow. I don't give a shit. Like, let's fucking do this shit. Then when it was Maddie who we were both looking forward to, but the cameraman prevented us from enjoying his set because we went online and people were like praising.
Zoom thing?
Yeah. People were praising the camera work, being like, this is amazing. But we were sitting there like our heads were fucking spinning because all we saw is just a zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom out. And over and over and over.
And they kept switching cameras, and it was just
it's like bam, bam, bam.
Every
bam,
second.
bam.
You couldn't focus on a single thing because you couldn't watch anything. I mean, you'd be looking at the screen, you'd be looking at him, you'd be looking at something else, you'd be looking at the crowd. He'd be zooming in, zooming out, and it was bad. And Twitter, like I always kind of like keep an eye out for Twitter when we're watching these things. And half of Twitter was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe like this is like only 30 minutes behind or whatever." And they were able to come up with such an amazing production that looks like it was meant to be on like Blu-ray or DVD or whatever in like 30 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Whoever was directing Maddion's live stream.
Get fired.
Need to get fired, dude. Like,
just get fired.
Get fired. Because that was it took away, dude. Maddie is really good, and people praise his live performances up and down. And dude, you couldn't see anything. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think this is one of his last performances. I think he's retiring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, well, shit. Well, that sucks because we didn't.
Yeah.
We watched some of his set,
That's
but we
one
didn't.
way to close out.
Yeah, and it's even worse that it wasn't even like on a tripod or anything. It was literally like handheld.
Yeah, it was handheld.
Like you could tell that the person was holding it and fucking it up, but whatever. But the set was cool, and the lights and everything were amazing for him. I just wish that the camera was a lot better.
The next one's your favorite, right?
The next one's my favorite
Yeah.
of the. It
Friday.
might be my favorite of all 3 days. Is
Really?
Arcade Fire? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The thing I love about Arcade Fire is that a lot of their shows are always good, but they're a bit more of a slow burn to me sometimes. Where this time it was like they came out the gate and they were just ready to fucking like, let's do this shit.
I first listened to Arcade Fire 2 years ago now, actually.
Was it 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Fuck.
Yeah. He made me sit down and listen to all the Arcade Fire albums, and I really enjoyed them. I really liked them, but I was kind of worried about the performance because I didn't know how it was going to be. Like he said, a lot of their songs tend to be a little bit slower, and I didn't know what to expect. But honestly, they came out and they did a fantastic job. They came out like full heat. First, like 10 seconds of the song, someone was like passing out in the crowd until they stopped and helped them out. And I mean, every song they played, I don't know how many songs in that hour that they had. I feel like they didn't stop, and every song they just came out just giving it their all, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite sets, I think, of all weekend.
Yeah, it just had a lot of fucking heart behind it because you could tell that they're like, since we've had the past like 2 years of not performing, they're like, this is like everything to us. So like it really means a lot to them, and I love that. I thought it was a really, really good set, and they had like these inflatable guys, and the funniest thing was one of the inflatable guys wouldn't go up, and then they had to push it, and then it finally went up at like the perfect part of the song, and it just was like a very delightful set. It was just really nice.
And not to mention that they got added on like last second, so I don't know how long they knew about it, but I mean it was announced like the day before, like on Thursday, that they were playing. So
yeah,
I don't know if it was last minute or not, but if it was, like they didn't give a fuck. They just came out and it's like they never stopped playing shows.
Yeah, and then next was the Battle of the Babies, because it was Baby Keem or Lil Baby. We went with Baby Keem, and didn't regret it. Honestly, also one of my favorite sets. I'm not even like a huge Baby Keem fan. I mainly just liked Family Ties and like 2 other songs, but now I'm like, I actually wanted to re-listen to Baby Keem and give him a second try. He doesn't like Baby Keem, but
Juan doesn't listen to Baby Keem, so he doesn't even
There's
know
a
what
lot
he's
of
talking about.
we like this. He doesn't like it.
With Baby Keem, I mean, when the Melodic Blue first came out, I mean, even when Family Ties first came out, I did not like it. I
missed the old Carlos.
I couldn't stand it. I could not care less about it. I don't know. I didn't even like Kendrick's part on it. The album came out. I listened to Range Brothers, hated it. I listened to the album. The album was okay.
What changed?
And then
One day
I started coming back to it, and I started coming back to it.
You hit a new level.
It was like Jesus. I started coming back to it, and I listened to it more, and I started listening to the songs more. Now I know every word to Range Brothers.
That's not something we're gonna brag about.
a proud feat.
No, it's not.
And I love Baby Keem. I really do. And even when I told Hunter, he was like, "Fuck, why?" And I'm like, "No, dude, listen to Baby Keem." And then, so I got into a discussion with one of my other friends. Same thing. He's like, "Oh, he's okay. Like, whatever. I don't really care." Like, I even looked up his performances. His performances suck. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? His performances suck." They literally collapsed the ground at one of the venues. So it was on a second story, and they cracked the beams on the like in the ground, and they had to stop
That
the
should
show.
mean
And
he
the
plays
venue's
at
like,
shitty places.
no, it's not. It's a big venue.
No,
It's a popular venue. The crowd just goes fucking ape shit for Baby Keem.
I don't want to fuck with Baby Keem fans. Like they're gonna
Yeah,
they're a little too crazy for me.
But I really enjoyed his set. I mean, the crowd was nonstop. They I mean, just did not care that he was playing for an hour. They just
So
I don't even know if it was an hour.
does that mean you guys skipped Little Baby then?
Yeah, we didn't watch Little Baby. We're not really Little Baby fans. I like his features though.
Yeah, I like his features.
But
That's about it.
Listen to his main
What
music.
about Phoebe Bridgers? You said
So we watched Phoebe Bridgers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You said you. I mean, not that she was bad or anything, but
No, she was great.
No, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, my problem with
the mood,
like
right, because it was super hype.
a lot.
Like,
I mean, it's a lot of slow songs.
Yeah.
So it's like you go from we went straight from Baby Keem right into Phoebe Bridgers, and I love Phoebe Bridgers. I'm the one that showed all of them Phoebe Bridgers, and
it's true.
Even then, like
this is true.
Put on record.
It's a fact.
I have to listen to her when I'm in that mood because I just can't casually throw her on. But I loved her set. It was fantastic. The production she brought out, Arlo Parks. I mean, she's just completely spot on live. She was another one that they kept fucking up her stuff. She had a wind in the microphone, but I mean, with everything, she still sounded fantastic, and I loved her set.
This is where I was starting to have problems. So I was trying to stay up, but I wasn't really used to staying up that late. And Phoebe Bridgers just happened to come on, and I really liked Punisher, and so I was looking forward to her set, but I was starting to pass out, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna make it to Harry Styles." So then we finished her set. Her last song was fantastic, and then we got into Daniel Caesar, who is R&B and soul and stuff like that, and I really like Daniel Caesar. I've listened to Daniel Caesar for years. Struggling because it's very chill and it's very relaxing to listen to. So I was like, fuck. He did bring out Justin Bieber to do Peaches or whatever, which I don't listen to that song, but it was cool to see, the Biebs. Coachella. The Biebs. And then I was dying at this point, and then finally fucking Harry Styles came on, and I was like, okay, we in it. Let's go.
Wow me.
8 songs in. I passed out.
He didn't even make it half the set.
Fuck out. And it got so bad that I was looking at the screen, blank, woke up immediately, and then Carl's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home. And I realized I was just sitting there dying in my chair, and I'm like, oh no, okay, yeah. And ironically, because I slept a little bit, Carlos left, and then I stayed up for the rest of the set until the last song for Sign of the Times. I got halfway through it, and then I passed out again. So I watched his whole set.
Yeah, but I already said what I had to say about Harry Styles. I thought his performance was fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. I mean,
I did too.
He is just really good live.
So I'm assuming you guys didn't see Big Sean and Bad, Not Good.
We didn't see Bad, but we saw Big Sean.
Yeah, Big Sean. I mean, we rewatched them. I mean, I rewatched them the next day. I think Hunter did too.
Yeah, I couldn't survive
in
Big
in the morning when they were doing the replay. But Big Sean did good. He sounds nothing like he does on the record, but not necessarily in a bad way.
I think in a better way.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. And I mean, he played all the good music hits, and I enjoyed it. He did good.
He played I Don't Fuck With You.
And that is day 1. Now we're on to day 2.
So for Saturday, we started off with Wallows. We didn't get to see Masigo or JID. Wallows was very probably one of the sets I look forward to the most.
Yeah.
And to be honest, there's not it was
good.
It was Wallows.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, we've seen them before. 2019, I think it was 2019. They played also.
I think it was a good way to start Saturday.
Yeah,
though.
it was a
they were
perfect
really
way to start Saturday off.
Especially that not early, but
yeah. I mean, they were one of the first people to play. It was a good way to start the live stream. We're seeing them in May, so I'm excited for that.
Emo Night though.
Emo Night was garbage.
No.
Emo Night was great.
There's no place for Emo Night in Coachella to me. I don't know why. I think it's kind of fucked up that these two assholes got paid to go on there and play other people's music and not good remixes of Papa Roach. So
it was entertaining. I was entertained.
It was not entertaining.
You walked away halfway.
Yeah.
to go talk to your family. And then after that was Giveon, who was Mr. I'm gonna talk to your girl.
Yeah.
He was drinking some wine. He was feeling himself. But he was also really good. And then we watched the first like big person I really wanted to see was Japanese Breakfast.
She was good.
She's the one that had a mess up mic or no?
No, I don't think she had him.
No? Okay.
No, I just think her band was turned low,
Mhm.
similar to everybody else on Channel 3 for some reason. But
It was good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, I love her. I think she's fantastic. Then we get to 100 Gex,
Easily the best performance.
the one of the worst, not the worst. Which we forgot to mention Bishop Briggs on the first day, who was pregnant while performing. Kudos to you for going out there.
Yeah, I mean, she was jumping all around.
I wouldn't have,
that
but
poor baby.
kudos to you. But 100 Gex.
Look, 100 Gex is 100 Gex. There's not.
You're getting what you're getting.
Yeah, you're getting what you're getting, and I mean, all things considered, they were fucking spot on. I mean,
they did what they had to do.
Yeah, they did exactly what they had to do, and at the end of the day, I respect it. I personally don't love 100 Gex. I enjoy things here and there.
I don't like them at all.
He doesn't like them at all. I still respect it. At the end of the day, I mean, in terms of performance, they did well. I mean, they sound exactly like they do on the album. So fuck Coachella for cutting them off. That was
That was rude.
That was fucked up.
Rude.
Money Machine is like a 2-minute song. There was no need to cut them off halfway. Fucked up. Fucking take their shit off stage if you want, but don't cut them off like that. They would have finished the song and fucked off. So that was fucked up.
Yeah,
not cool.
I don't even like them, and I felt bad for them for that.
That was fucked up.
Next was Rina Sawayama.
That's probably my favorite for Saturday. With Megan.
I would no.
Oh wait, I lied. I didn't realize Flume was there too.
Yeah, it's between those two for me. But I would say Rina Sawayama fucking knocked it out of the park, which is funny because I was kind of scared because I saw a couple of videos of her sets before, and I was like, okay, they're fine. Because I loved Sawayama, like I loved that album. It was one of my favorite albums of 2020. Going into the Coachella performance, she fucking was like, yo, Hunter, your expectations, you could fuck off with them. This was actually going down. And she really the dancers were great. I mean, she played everything perfectly. She sang great. Like everything was just what I would have wanted it to be. And she played all the songs I wanted her to play.
She didn't play all the songs I wanted.
What'd you want?
Tokyo Love Hotel.
Oh, yeah. But, she had 40 minutes, so whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a Rina fan, but she was fantastic. I mean, she still put on a really good show.
Then was Brockhampton.
Yup.
So I like Brockhampton, and he likes Brockhampton. But we were watching with a group of people who don't like Brockhampton. So there's not really much to say except for the fact that because half the time we had them turned down because they didn't like it. But from what I saw, their stage setup was fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
They had the giant gorilla. That was cool.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Shout out Kevin Abstract and his goofy hair.
Yeah, I love Kevin Abstract. I really like the fact that they announced their last album, so it's like you're still getting one more thing, even though they're breaking up. And I think that overall, though, I think all the members did a really good job, and they're still one of the most diverse rap groups you can ever watch, and all of them brought their A game, and I thought they were really
too many though.
Maybe, but
you would say the same thing about Arcade Fire.
Yeah, I mean, there was 11 of those. There was like 11 or 12 of those motherfuckers on stage.
Steve Lacy was good. We don't really listen to Steve Lacy like that.
No
he played
idea
Dark
who he
Red.
is.
Everyone knows that song.
I don't know that song.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Danny Elfman played Spider-Man.
That was dope. I kind of wish we would have watched the set. I kind of wish I would have rewatched it the next day. But, and I know this is like blasphemy because Danny Elfman never performs like under his own name.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like a super one-off thing, and it probably would have been the set to watch. But
we watched Flume.
Yeah.
We watched 15 minutes of it though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Well, Flume is my favorite artist. I love Flume. So I didn't want to miss that. And I was super interested to see what he was going to bring to the table. We're seeing him in June as well. And I was just really interested because we saw him during the Skin Tour, and that was fantastic. I mean, he put on such a good show. And then when Hi This Is Flume came out, he was doing that weird stuff with the printers and not really playing. And I know like he's not a traditional like EDM DJ that does all this shit and like goes in and you fucking do the thing, but a lot of people complain about his performance. But I love his performances. I think he's a great person to watch, and I really enjoyed it. He played a bunch of unreleased songs from his new album, and I thought all of them were fantastic. And I'm pretty excited to see him.
Yeah. I loved that people were making jokes that it was like Smash Ultimate, where it's like everyone's here. He literally got everybody on all the songs.
Yeah.
The guest performers, I guess.
Except for Kai. Shout out to Kai. But like he literally got everybody.
Everyone.
Like, he even got Beck, which I didn't expect that.
No, that motherfucker never goes out anywhere.
Yeah. So like that was actually pretty crazy. And you were like, it was your first time seeing him live.
Yeah.
And,
I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
yeah. Then after that, we watched a little bit of Rich Brian. We watched like 2 songs.
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs and Madlib was apparently
That's
like
part
a
of the dry
disaster.
spell. Like, we didn't really. I mean, I didn't care for anything.
Yeah.
between.
Well, Madlib didn't even show up, right?
You know, he didn't even show up, and it turned into like Freddie just talking shit to people.
Yeah, and I saw online that he was just piss drunk the entire time. He could not give a fuck. But everyone said that despite everything, he did not miss a beat.
No, but they cut his set. Not this. I don't know if about the set, but they cut the stream short
That's
for him.
unfortunate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then so the next big person was Megan Thee Stallion, and she came out and she was just doing song,
Yeah, she was doing
nonstop.
She's the one also that was like changing her outfit. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she did like a weird 10-minute outfit change, but didn't say anything to no one. Like, just was playing the song, and about 30-40 seconds in, stops the song and leaves. And just
left us
disappears.
left her with this DJ having
And
like,
and
"Y'all
her
good?"
DJ was left like scrambling, trying to like cover up, and we thought something happened. I mean, it was very
Yeah,
like-
I thought she got mad or something. that
yeah,
she was,
I
like,
thought
done.
something happened because she kind of just got off stage, didn't say anything, and stopped the song. I mean, that she had just started a song, and she was like, "No, stop!" and then left. And her DJ just started playing her music to try to hype up the crowd. It was strange, but like,
it was kind of awkward because the
Yeah.
crowd was very confused. They were literally like, "What the fuck's going
yeah,
on?"
and the DJ just had to fill in the gaps, but I mean, she finally came back out. It looks like it was just an outfit change, as far as we know. I don't know
Yeah.
what actually happened, but she was good. I don't care
Yeah.
for Megan Thee Stallion, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good performance.
Agreed. I was entertained.
I think that's like the only part that really holds back her performance for me. But other than that, I thought it was really good. I think Coachella was just trying to rush her, and they're like, "Hey, you're already kind of like,
Pushing.
yeah, you gotta hurry the fuck up." We both saw Isaiah Rashad, which shout outs to Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah.
He, if you don't know, basically there was a video that came out that kind of like outed him, and it basically he kind of vanished from the internet for a little bit, and people were really worried about him.
Yeah.
So because it was very like fucked up. Like
It was very fucked up, and it popped up on my Twitter feed, and I genuinely wish I wouldn't have seen it. Yeah, that is not a way for anyone to get out it like
Mhm.
that, and he already, his music is very dark as it is, and he struggles with mental health, so I can't even imagine what it would even feel like to kind of get just thrown out like that. And everyone was just genuinely worried about him. I've never seen so many people like just genuinely like no fucks given, like, no dude, like that's not cool. And just so much support for him. And he kind of addressed it, and he seems like he's doing just fine and thriving. He put on a great performance, and I'm really happy for him, and I kind of hope he tours soon.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
He just got off his tour, which sucks. I kind of wish we could have saw him, but yeah, it was really good. And then Billy,
Good old Billy.
so he didn't like it. I liked it. He liked
It's
it.
I
good
liked
for
it.
sleep. Like it's good sleep.
He just doesn't like Billie Eilish.
I don't.
If he doesn't like something, then it's the worst thing in the world.
But Billie Eilish, yeah, I think her set, was very. I like her sets just because they're very different. Like,
Yeah.
they're very, very like a bit more of an experience more so than like if I go to a Billie Eilish concert, it's not because I'm there to see a bunch of bops. Like I'm there for like what?
I'm not there to hear pops.
I mean, she has good songs.
No,
but
she does.
It's a little bit more than that for her sets, and it's not the most like energetic thing ever.
She looked like she was having fun though.
No, 100%. She even her songs that aren't that hype, she's like hyping them up. So,
Yeah.
like she.
I mean,
she
the
has a good
crowd
time.
loves them.
The
Everyone in the crowd
definitely loves her though.
was
Like,
screaming back at her every lyric. I mean, I thought she put on a great performance. I think she was another one that was having some issues at the beginning, but she got through them, and I mean, she did great. She brought out
Damon Albarn.
yeah, from Gorillas, and that was awesome. I mean, it was awesome to see. I'm sure it was awesome for her. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Only part that was shit was the ending for Happier Than Ever when the fucking beat kicks in and then the camera was just
yeah.
fucking
it
crazy.
was
Yeah,
the
they
same
did the
thing,
camera
right?
thing
Yeah.
again for that song,
So
and
garbage.
yeah, they. I just want to see like what's going on. I don't need some DVD quality production. I'm there to see the live stream. Just show me the artist. Like if you want to pan out to the stage, go for it. But just don't fucking switch around every 2 seconds. I don't care about that. Don't do fucking hard zooms every 2 seconds. Just I just want to see what's going on.
21 Savage was 21 Savage.
Yep.
Next Sunday. So we started off with it's 21 Savage.
And it's not that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing.
It's just, there's not much to say about it.
Yeah,
21 Savage.
21 Savage.
Shout out Post Malone.
He went on. He did his thing. He did good. Post Malone. He brought him out. Restarted the song for Post Malone. Post Malone didn't even sing the song. He kind of just stood there. The two words that he did mumble, he sounded a little rough. Sorry, Post Malone. And
21 Savage.
But it's 21 Savage.
Sunday, me and him started off with Surf Curse, which was probably one of the bigger highlights of the 3 days.
Yeah,
me.
one of my favorite sets.
I already listened to Disco, which is the song everyone listened to. And going into their set, I actually want to listen to more of their music now. And they all dressed up as fucking
Wizard of Oz
characters.
Yeah.
And their whole background was Wizard of Oz. And they also had like a painted like model set behind them, which was cool.
What did I miss?
Yeah,
yeah. No, they were really good, and I listened to their last album actually, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. So that's definitely like someone that I'm gonna be checking out more often.
Yeah. Then we did Run the Jewels, which Run the Jewels is Run the Jewels, but I don't mean that in like same way. Like I love Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
They always
perform.
They always deliver on every single thing that they do.
I mean, Killer Mike and LP, they just go out, they do their thing. They do fantastic. The crowd loves them. We love them, and they just always bring something good to the table.
Wish they would play more Run the Jewels 1.
Yeah.
A lot of 2 and 4, but 4 is the best one to me, but still. This is the day we actually watched the least amount of people. We then went to Phineas because
I think it's because we stick with one and just fully watched them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started kind of like skipping over some of the filler.
Yeah.
I don't want to say filler, but
yeah.
I mean like
not
other people that we didn't know, not even necessarily not as popular, like people that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of stuck to like watching the full sets instead of jumping around.
This is our food break.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So we watched Phineas, who I'm not a big fan of Phineas. I don't listen to his music, but I think he put on a really good show. And I think that he
really enjoyed Phineas.
Very smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was very smooth at his set. Like he just looked very comfortable and like he looked like he was about to go to Miami, get a drink in his hand, chill by the
Get a
pool.
margarita.
Like he was just chilling. But
yeah, he knows what he's doing. He just kind of goes up there, does his thing, and I mean, he's good at what he does. I like Phineas. I enjoyed his first album a lot.
And then Vince Staples. So Vince Staples was one of the sets I was looking forward to the most for this day. Not my favorite, mainly because he played a lot of his newer album, which I do really, really, really like. I think it's a really great album. But it happens to be, if I had to choose a least favorite from Vince Staples, one of my more least favorite Vince Staples records. So that record is very chill and relaxing and a little slow. And I kind of wanted Vince to play something a bit more like in your face. And he didn't really play a lot of his bigger songs like Blue Suede and Senorita and stuff like that. Like he kind of just was a little chill about it, which there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
it was still really
and that was kind of surprising. Like I knew he was gonna focus a lot more on the new album,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean we saw him less than a month ago,
Yeah.
and or exactly a month ago, I guess. And
Jesus.
it was a completely different set from that. I mean, completely different, and it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. He didn't like Hunter said, he didn't play like a lot of his more popular songs. I mean, he played North, but
You just didn't blow your mind as you wanted him to.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, not for me. I thought he still did a good job.
No, he
But,
still did a great
but,
job.
like,
I mean, he doesn't need to blow my mind. I already like him. But
That's
he
not-
didn't play like Law of Averages and stuff off his new album. I think his now last album, he put that album out, I think less than a year ago. But I still think he did a good job. I mean, he was
100%.
talking to the crowd. He's the funniest fucking dude.
Mhm.
And he was interacting with the crowd a lot. I still enjoyed it a lot. But
Yeah,
a completely different set from what we just saw. That which was, I think, to me the most surprising part, because I was expecting differences, but something kind of similar at the same time.
Mhm. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I just kind of wish he played a little bit more diverse things. Then
that's Karol G. It's probably the next.
yeah, Karol G.
Karol's one.
Um,
And I'm not even the biggest Karol G fan, but I really enjoyed her set.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea who Karol G was. I mean, I've heard
still
songs
can't
with
believe
her.
that you didn't know who
No,
Karol
I've
G
heard
was.
songs with her. I just still didn't know the name, honestly. But I recognize a lot of the songs, and I mean, she's Colombian as well. But
Shout out.
she put on a really good show. I don't listen to a lot of Spanish music. I've recently kind of like gotten into Bad Bunny, but that's about it. She was really good. I mean, she did fantastic. She has I want to say a couple songs with Bad Bunny. I know one for sure, but
Mhm.
she's really good. I actually really enjoyed it.
I mean, I really
And
like her like little time.
Yeah, and everyone
Nice.
everyone in the crowd, well, not everyone, but a lot of people in the crowd had like blue hair because she has
The wig, yeah.
blue hair, and she had an all-girl band that was fantastic. She brought out Tiesto, which was a little strange, but it was still really good.
She also brought out Becky G.
I don't know who that is.
the Mexican lady that came out. What did you think of the song?
Mhm. And then after that was Doja Cat. Doja Cat, she literally was probably the one that I was kind of like whatever on. Like, I'll watch
Yeah.
it, but I was kind of like whatever. But she,
If my sister heard you.
Yeah,
I-
his sister loves Doja Cat.
yeah, I mean, I thought her set was great. I thought it was probably one of the best sets of that day, and she definitely like went all out with like the weird, creepy, like old, like you know what I'm talking about, the big thing that's like crawling around on stage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she had like weird
The monster
things.
thing?
Yeah,
yeah.
and she did like 5 fucking costume changes, but she didn't take 10 minutes each
Yeah,
one.
she just
Yeah.
she
seconds.
quickly did it. So
Chris-
Karol G had one too.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I like Doja Cat, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge Doja Cat fan.
Same.
And I mean, she put on a really good performance. We're seeing her also in August with The Weeknd. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I know she's gotten some heat on Twitter recently, and she's been on a weird kind of like rampage on Twitter. But it was good. She goes out there and she knows what she's doing. So
yeah, and she played everything.
Yeah,
that she could on.
everything.
So she just didn't play the cow. So
she didn't play it, but like they played it.
yeah, they played it at the thing. We didn't watch Joji, but we heard about what happened with Joji.
Did you guys end up watching it, right?
No,
there was no stream?
I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's no
I
stream
think
at
they
all?
cut it from the stream completely.
They did, and they replaced it with Doja Cat. I tried to rewind it, and there's no Joji set.
Oh, wow,
Just
Yeah.
Doja Cat.
he said he stopped midway because he was sick or something, right?
Something I don't know exactly what happened. So anything that I am saying is just purely from what I saw online. But it seems like something, he either was not feeling good, was sick, or like he got like super anxious on stage and just did not want to like keep performing. Like he felt that he couldn't continue his performance, and basically he stopped, got off stage, and Coachella brought him back out and said like, you need to finish your set.
Yeah,
And
he was obligated.
yeah,
to.
they obligated him to finish
That's
the
crazy.
set. And
That's how
he,
I was there.
everyone in the crowd was saying that he just visibly did not look happy, like, and like
Mhm.
he just
didn't-
didn't want to be there.
He
But
didn't even try.
yeah, like
Hmm.
everyone said that he was still very grateful for everyone like supporting him. So
A lot of people are like, Coachella, when are you going to address the Joji situation? When are you
yeah, a
gonna
lot of
address
people
it?
have been hounding them about it because at the end of the day, like you don't know what someone's going through, and especially like an artist like him and at his level, for him to stop and say that he doesn't want to continue his show, you don't know what's going on. So I think it's kind of, you know, fucked up to kind of just send him out there. I know it's disappointing for some people that I'm sure were there for him, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like
His well-being is
yeah,
above
like
everything.
it doesn't matter what the fuck you and I want. It's all about the person's well-being. So I don't think that they should have made him go back out there, but you know, I highly doubt he'll ever be returning to Coachella again. Same with 100X.
They'll probably do it. I can see 100X not giving a shit and still doing it. Swedish House Mafia and The Weekend. We already kind of talked about that, but um, The Weekend, went back to his, toxic ass self, which
Yeah.
we love The Weekend being toxic.
He's the only one. Granted, I still had a great time watching him, but I would have wished you would play more of his newer album.
I'm perfectly fine with the set list. I think he played a happy mix of everything.
Like three from the new album: Sacrifice, Out of Time, and Moth to the Flame. Right?
And How Do I Make You Love Me?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he played a decent amount off of Beauty Behind the Madness, a decent amount off of Starboy, After Hours. I think it was a pretty even mix.
He just didn't touch anything from the trilogy.
No, not at all.
Or
he played like 10 seconds of the sample from House of Balloons, and that was about it.
like I was fine with the set list also because especially if you're performing with someone like Swedish House Mafia, you're gonna go for all of your poppiest pop songs that you could
Yeah.
possibly do. So it makes sense why he would play like Can't Feel My Face and fucking The Hills and stuff like that. Like you're gonna go for all those radio hits and stuff like that. So I was fine with it. Mike Dean on the synthesizers,
Yeah.
the guitar, fantastic, added a lot. I've never seen Often sound so fucking sinister and fucking evil. Like when I was watching that, I was like, this man really is like the evil Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Dean always just kind of like transform songs with Kanye, Travis Scott.
Mhm.
When I saw that Mike Dean was playing with The Weeknd, I was really excited because I really do enjoy what Mike Dean kind of brings to like live music and transforming songs, and he did just that. I mean, he made those songs kind of shine that much more live and make it that much special. So I'm actually really hoping that Mike Dean goes on the After Hours Until Dawn tour. That would be really interesting to see.
Yeah. And then we didn't get to see Jamie XX, but I've heard nothing but amazing things. People were like, it's one of the best sets, which is depressing. We didn't watch Belly because I only like the 2
it's
songs
Belly.
of The Weekend. And we did. I mean, I watched Denzel Curry. I don't know if you did.
I did not get a chance to. I just watched him with David Bailey play Tokyo
I'm
Drifting.
surprised.
And I'm also very sad that I missed Jamie XX because I love Jamie XX.
Yeah. Denzel Curry, fantastic. He has a song called X-Wing. So he had an actual like Star Wars X-Wing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's his like DJ set. He played mostly his new album, and it was fucking great. He brought out JID. He brought like a bunch of people out. Yeah, he brought out Glass Animals, which was the funniest thing because we love Glass Animals. And so when he was like, all right, we could bring out one more person. All right, Dave, get your ass out here. And the thing I love about Dave Bailey is he's so unapologetically like, this is me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So with him coming out, you see Denzel Curry. This man's wearing like overalls and like he's so just like kind of dorky. But that's what I love about Dave Bailey. And they fucking did that shit, and they like played Tokyo Drifting, and they had a good time. And Billie Eilish was in the crowd, which was really funny because she's actually good friends with Denzel Curry. And he was like high-fiving everybody, and he got to Billie Eilish. She's like, nah, not you. And then continued on. But yeah, and then that was pretty much Coachella. Oh, and we also forgot to mention Kingdom Hearts at Coachella at the 88 Rising set.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What's her name?
I
always forget her name.
I'm not gonna try to butcher her name.
I know it, but I'm gonna butcher it.
yeah.
So
That was not what I was not expecting to hear. Simple and Clean Played at Coachella.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So-
Definitely tell the crowd was in it.
Yeah.
Before we go, if you were to think off the top of your mind, the 3 artists you enjoyed the most.
Any day, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, any day. Doesn't matter.
If you want my off the top, just like not fair list, it's probably like Flume, Harry Styles, The Weeknd. But like if you want like I enjoyed this a lot more than I expected I would. It would be
Carly Rae Jepsen.
no. She was really good.
She was really good.
Arcade Fire. I want to say Slow Tie, but that doesn't. I already like Slow Tie. I'm trying to do people that I don't really.
Yeah. For me, it'll in no particular order. It'll be Rena. It'll be The Weeknd. It'll be Karol G.
Do artists that like surprised you?
Karol G.
Surf Curse. I really enjoyed Surf Curse. So I said Arcade Fire, Surf Curse, and what was what was the girl that had the dress with the stars?
I can't pronounce a name.
It was like Kairi Ponyu. Japanese, I don't listen to that music at all. Don't care. She was on. I was very confused, and then I started watching it, and I was kind of bopping along. I actually really enjoyed that a lot. So her, I don't know her actual name. I think it's It's like Kyrie Ponyu. That's what it is. I really enjoyed it.
I never thought I hear Carlos say.
Yeah, no, did not expect myself to. When I threw it on, I was kind of confused, and the more I watched it, I started bopping along to it, and I enjoyed it. So fuck it, I'll throw that one in there. Those are my 3.
Yeah, my 3 would probably be Arcade Fire, The Weeknd, and probably I'm actually gonna say Harry Styles. I actually really enjoyed Harry Styles. Flume would be like my honorable mention, and Baby Kim and Rina Sawayama. Surprises.
Baby Keem too. Sorry, I forgot it. Throw him at the honorable mention.
I would say surprising wise, I would say Surf Curse. Probably The Regrets.
Yeah, them too. Another one. It's hard to choose. Fuck.
Yeah. And my last one, I guess I will probably actually go with Doja Cat. Actually, I actually really liked her set a lot. I thought it was actually very entertaining.
Same with Megan Thee Stallion. Did not expect that at all.
Yeah. But that's the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate any support towards the podcast. Please subscribe, like the video, comment, tell us how we can improve the show. Who is your favorite out of this? Who is your top 3?
If you guys watched, give us a list. If you didn't, tell us to fuck off.
Who is the 3 that you enjoyed the most or surprised you the most? Like we said, we do this every year, and stream weekend too, Coachella. Stream weekend too, so I can watch Jamie X.
Don't cut off 100 gex during the last song that's fucked up. Don't do that.
Don't do that again.
But yeah, you can listen to the podcast on platform of your choice.
Yep.
Apple, Spotify, you name it, we're on there. And that's been the podcast. I'm Hunter.
I'm Carlos.
Yeah, I'm Juan.
Hope you have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, guys.